Welcome to the Neon Pocket Dimension, a strange and lovely reality where everything nerdy exists in harmony. This week, we're talking AI. I'm here with, my name is the Singer Bro, aka Steven. I'm here with Jacob, aka Jesus, and Boxcar Miguel, aka Miguel.
What's up?
What's up, guys?
That was, that felt ominous, just letting the intro kind of play on its own. So like, I feel like the viewer listener is probably like, okay, wait, where are they? Wait, what happened? I loved it.
Let me get through the housekeeping real quick. Neon Pocket Dimension, which is what you're watching, is streamed live right here on twitch.tv/Neon Pocket Dimension, Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Pacific time. But if you miss us live, you can get it on YouTube, all your favorite podcast services, all over. Whatever you listen to, we're probably there. It's a good chance. You'll see us. If you do, and if you enjoy or laugh or whatever at it, give us a like, subscribe, comment, reviews, all that lovely stuff. And it helps us reach more of the lovely people who would want to listen to this stuff too. So, all that being said, how are you guys doing?
I'm doing great.
Pretty well. Can't complain.
Pretty well?
Good. Yeah.
Nice.
Pretty good.
How's Jake?
Yeah,
Jake's fine. He's staring at the wall right now.
Nice.
I don't know what he's looking at. It's probably a ghost, but he's staring at the wall.
It's Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say we were discussing this by pre-show, and I was thinking like, okay, you responded when he said Jake, Jacob, and you said you've been called Jake before, right?
That's correct.
So I've been called Steve before. I don't like being called Steve. I just didn't know it worked that way for Jacob, right?
Oh, it does.
Didn't know you could shorten it to.
I mean, it can, I guess. Like,
no, it definitely does.
Is this like okay? So then, why is Richard Dick?
I don't know that one.
That to me?
Or William Bill.
Okay, right. I think because Richard is also Rick, and that just kind of became Dick, maybe. You know what I mean? As like a, funny thing that people standardized. I have to look that.
I think we've turned Dick into a funny thing.
Maybe
we have.
I don't think Dick was ever meant to be.
I mean, come on. That's why you get dishes like Spotted Dick, and nobody bats an eye at it. But...
Exactly.
Well, okay, maybe some people do.
To us, it's funny. When I first saw Spotted Dick, I was like, ha ha. But then you realize it's just a thing people eat.
But before we laughed at it, they just ate it.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
I mean, I have Spotted Dick downstairs, by the way.
Thanks.
I have it.
You should get that looked at.
No, it's delicious. You microwave it. You stick the Spotted Dick in the microwave.
Somebody look at that Spotted Dick, dude.
There's a bunch of raisins in it.
Look, you want to get that checked? We can stop the recording right now.
Someone put the raisins in it. The raisins are in there deliberately.
Again, that sounds like a problem.
You probably shouldn't be putting raisins right there, man. I don't know what to tell you. But I want you guys to tell me is what you've been nerding out on. AKA WYBNOO. You can only find it here on the Neon Pocket Dimension.
Right.
What you've been nerding out on. And first, on my super secret document, I have Jacob in the WYBNOO hot seat.
I'm in the hot seat today. That's kind of fun. So what have I been nerding out on? I continue to be nerding out on BattleBots. It is taking over my damn life. I absolutely love it. It's so freaking good. So I finished season 5. What got me into BattleBots originally? I liked it when it was on Comedy Central, but it was more of a joke show. They didn't really take it seriously. It was ridiculous. Go back and check out some clips. Maybe I can find some and do like a video on it or something. But it came back on Discovery and got rebooted, and now it's super serious. But I heard from another podcast, Wizard and the Bruiser, one of my faves, to start like at a later season because that's when they really figured their stuff out. So I started on season 4. I finished the whole thing. Great. Now I'm on season 6, and it's in Vegas, and this time there's like a live audience, like a real crowd, and it is like really getting me hyped to actually go to a game. But I love it so much. Ribot's one of my favorites. Look him up. Also, a Las Vegas battle bot called what's his name? I can't remember. It's some sort of poker hand. I'm forgetting right now. I didn't write that part down.
Vegas bot, make bot.
Jackpot. Jackpot.
Jackpot. Definitely not a poker hand, but yes.
I mean, you're right. It's not a poker hand, so I was wrong. But the name of the bot is Jackpot, and I just saw Jackpot win. So anyway, go out there and check out BattleBots, especially if you already have a Max subscription. Just throw it on, dude. I mean, you could start at the beginning. Maybe I'll go back and watch those older seasons before season 5, but starting from season 5 was a great thing, and I can't wait to go to a live show. I'm super obsessed with it. Also, I'm on the road to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. What does that mean, Jacob? What does that mean? Well, that means that I'm playing through Final Fantasy 16. That's right, Miguel. I'm finishing my games. Okay?
Okay.
I'm doing it. Thank you.
None of my concern.
It is your concern. I'm trying to make you proud.
Notice him, Miguel. Come on. Notice him.
I'm trying to finish my games, Poppy.
Hey man, that's what I do.
He always finishes.
I don't expect praise.
Hey.
Oh,
one day I'll make him proud of me. But no, yeah, I've been working on Final Fantasy 16. I think I got like pushing 40 hours. So I'm getting there. I'm getting really close. Like Miguel, I know you're playing it too, and you're like, oh, there's not so many side quests. I got to the point where they're just like, here's a bunch of side quests, and they just hit you in the face with them. And then as you're doing more, they're like, guess what? There's more. And so I did every single possible side quest, and now I have the next thing to do. So yeah, I'm having fun with it, but I'm really itching to get back and play 7 Remake. So what I'm gonna do is, even though I've beaten 7 Remake, I'm gonna beat it again, the PS5 version. Because I didn't play Intergrade, and because you get trophies for PS5 separately from the PS4 version. So at least there's some value. But it's just like, have you ever like rewatched a season of a show to prepare for the next season? You know what I mean?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, a few times, yeah.
That's where I'm at with it, because I love Final Fantasy VII. It's the Final Fantasy I've beaten the most, and I love probably 7 Remake might be my top Final Fantasy game. It's kind of hard because you should know how much I love 9. So I was like, why not play through it again on I guess there's a graphics upgrade a little bit to the PS5. I mean, overall it loads faster. So
it's like the frame rate mostly. It's like 60 solid. So
yeah, and I'm playing in performance mode because it still looks incredible in 4K. So yep, I'm doing that. So I'll get to Rebirth late. So do not spoil the shit for me, people, even though we all know what's going to happen, apparently, even though we don't, because things could be different. Who knows? I'm not going to talk about that. And then also that is tomorrow it comes out. So I'm hustling, dude. I'm hustling so much that I've been bringing my, how I have my, portable monitor I use as my second screen. I'm just bringing that bitch downstairs, plugging my PS5 into it, and just playing. So like, even if Joy's on the 70-incher, I'm playing on this little screen. I don't care. I'm gonna get through these fucking games. So I'm determined. And then also, Steven, I know you could talk about on this too. Balatro fucking rules. It is exactly the kind of game that hooks me for hours. And it's really easy to Chrome desktop remote into your computer and play it on your phone.
This is what I play. I play it on my Switch Lite, right? So like, dude, it's perfect for that. It's got the touchscreen controls and everything. So
yeah. Oh wow! So you can click and drag and stuff.
Yeah, you can click and drag the cards and combos. It's just like when I'm feeling extra lazy and I don't want to press the buttons, because maybe I've had a little bit too much to partaking, and I'm just like,
it's perfect.
Dude, the game effing rules though. So
yeah, it really does.
It's poker on steroids, right? So I don't know how else to explain it other than like
poker roguelite,
run based. You go and you try to meet the blinds, which are like you earn chips by playing different poker hands, and the better the poker hand, the higher the chip base, and then you can modify multiplier and base, and there's all these different things that affect the way that you play and the cards and the combinations. It's insane, like the level of no run is the same, and that's the
Mhm.
appeal of like roguelikes, or should be the appeal of a roguelike. So,
Dude, so
I
I
think
was
they nail it.
absolutely incredible game. Miguel, it's like 62 megabytes. It is tiny and it's incredible. And I picked it up for like
On what?
$10 on Steam. Like
Yeah, I don't have a PC right now, dude.
no, I know. I'm just saying,
It should be
I don't
on
know.
mobile.
At some point.
It sounds like it should be a mobile game.
I think it's on
well.
PS5. I think it's on the consoles too, to be
Is
honest.
it really on the console?
I think
'Cause
so.
use
I heard it was. I know it's on Xbox. Like I know that for a fact, and which trips me out. Like, how did they port this game everywhere? But they did. Ian, it's it's really low. Like, dude, it's basically like, how hard is it to run solitaire? You know what I mean? It's kind of like that.
With the VHS filter, kind of like a little
It has
line filter.
Yeah, I do like the art design of the game. It's like interesting, and but you're right. It's just kind of like, it's like any game. Yeah, it's listed as a mobile game, dude. If there's a mobile version, I'd consider it because,
yeah,
dude, it's perfect for that. But I digress. I just wanted to say like quickly about Balatro. Like, here's one thing you could do, right? You get jokers that modify things, right? So you can get a joker that every card you play in a hand, even the ones that aren't like a pair or whatever, just loose cards, can score. And then you can get another card called the 10-4 card, which is like a walkie-talkie. And anytime you play a 10 or a 4, it like,
That's really good.
adds more to your multi, which is literally like, quadrupling typically your score. So like, even if you're just playing garbage, you can get massive points, and then all these things in tandem. It's just so much fun. So anyway,
and I will like to say on the Joker front, and we'll move on from this, but on the Banana Joker is Bay. It gives you just a base plus 15 multiplier on everything, right? But it has 1 in 4 chance of breaking at the end of every blind. So
okay.
So,
I think I've seen that one.
And then what'll happen is it'll be like safe, and you're like, yes, I can use it for another round. And then when it goes extinct, you're like, oh no.
Nice, cool. So that's my WYBNOO.
Awesome. Cool.
Miguel.
All right. Well, we were talking about this pre-show, I believe, because I thought Jacob sounded like Mr. Peanut Butter, but I've been watching BoJack Horseman again, just for fun. I've been running it in the background. I haven't really been watching it. It's been like a kind of like just a background show, but I really love that show. If you haven't seen it, it's fucking hilarious and sad all at the same time. So I highly recommend that show. I'm playing Final Fantasy 16 as well. I haven't touched it since Saturday, maybe. I don't remember. It's been a while. I haven't played it.
How many of the elements do you have or whatever? Like
I only have 2 currently.
Okay.
I only have 2 icons right now.
Icons, there you go.
So yeah. So I know I've got a ways to go, but I'm slowly getting there. No rush at this point.
That second icon fight is pretty epic though, right?
It was pretty cool. I liked it and I didn't. There were some issues I had with it. I feel like I almost feel like this game is too cinematic for me sometimes.
Totally, absolutely agree and understand what you're saying.
So, but at the same time, I don't mind it. I still think it's a good game, and I still think it's a Final Fantasy game, despite what people would say. It's just a different type of Final Fantasy game. You could easily, I think it's bullshit when people say it's not a Final Fantasy. But anyway, ultimately, I still, it's very, very cinematic, and sometimes I wish it wasn't as cinematic as it is, but overall, I'm still having a good time with it.
So you're wanting more game and less exposition?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it's a ton of exposition, but it's also it's not so much that you're playing. Sometimes it's like, okay, something's happening, and I got to slam a button, or a QTE is happening, and that kind of happens a lot.
Even when you're in the fights, there's cinematic like stuff that you have to do.
Yeah.
Which is fine, but is it my favorite? Not necessarily. Do I think the story's good? Yes, I think it's pretty fleshed out for the most part.
How about the performances?
Oh no, I think the voice acting is really great.
I agree.
I don't complain about that. It's solid. It's solid voice acting. What I did find interesting though is that when you talk to some of the NPCs, they didn't voice act all of their lines. They just voice act like the first word, like the first couple like the first sentence or something,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then the rest you have to read. So I'm not like, sometimes I'll look down and they're talking because I expect them to keep talking, and then I have to look up and read the screen. So, and it's probably
Yeah.
just because they didn't want to pay the voice actor to voice the whole
Yeah.
bit of dialogue. But
That is a very unique Japanese game dev technique that happens like every so
Yeah.
often in games. Like it happens in the Yakuza games sometimes as well, where they're like, so yeah, like I was saying, and then like that's
and
only
then he
one
just
part of the
cuts off,
paragraph.
yeah,
You know,
and then you have to read the rest.
Yeah.
And then, so like it makes me kind of like, it takes me back sometimes because I forget. But I will say, as far as like NPC, I haven't had a lot of interaction. There are obviously some NPC, but they don't change the dialogue that you've had with them.
Mhm.
Like, like when you play like a Mass Effect, you go back to whatever his name is. You go to Joker, and Joker might have more stuff to say. Not always. I remember Mass Effect 1 having more different dialogue with Joker, but he
Mhm.
doesn't really have that much dialogue in that first game. But
Mhm.
that's not what I'm talking about right now, and I am going to get back to that. I'm going to play 2. That's on the list for the year at some point. But
Yeah.
16 is a lot of fun. If you haven't played it, it's great. Story wise, it's still good. I mean, I have minor complaints, but overall, I still like it.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah. What was that? BoJack Horseman, Final Fantasy 16. There was something else I was watching. Oh, I started that one show called One Day on Netflix.
One Day.
Yeah, it's it's based on a book, and apparently there was a movie in 2011 with Anne Hathaway in it. It's just a love story. I just put it on because I was like, whatever. I don't have time for anything else. Oh, and I've been watching Rebels too. That One Day's not bad. It's okay.
Okay.
But Rebels is getting good.
Mhm.
You meet Wedge Antilles,
Ooh.
so you kind of find his origin story in a way.
Ooh,
Which
that is hype.
I'm wondering if they're going to bring in Biggs at some point. I don't know. But yeah, you meet Wedge and how he gets and stuff. So it's pretty cool.
Nice.
So yeah, it's been pretty cool. I'm almost done with season 3. I'm about halfway, and then there's only 12 episodes in 4, and then I'm gonna watch Ahsoka. Oh, and then I was watching Miss Marvel. There's a bunch of random ass shows that I was putting on. Miss Marvel.
Kind of been on a bender, huh?
Yeah, I've just been watching a bunch of different stuff. Like, oh, and then I was happy. What's it called? Came back. Last week tonight came back too. So.
Oh really?
That show's always a good time. Yeah, second week. It's 2 weeks in.
Okay.
Yeah, so check it out. Good stuff as always. If you like John
Mhm.
That's great to hear, man.
Whoa.
I guess I'll go. Now.
It's your turn.
You're done, right?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, cool. I've been playing Balatro, like I said. Banana Joker is Bay. I'll keep pounding the hammer there. But
pull some footage of Balatro.
Yeah, it's just satisfying, man. Like it's been my I don't want to think about playing a game kind of, but I kind of still want to think about what I'm doing. It's like that in between. It kind of filled the gap that Slay the Spire had been before, so it's just satisfying. Then after, so like that's kind of been what I do to relax. After there's just been like busy family stuff going on, and like it's just been hectic. But in the hour or two I get, it's like, all right, maybe I can sneak in some this before I pass out, and I have passed out playing the game. So I wake up and
haven't we all passed out playing some game?
I've lost like my hands on the thing, and it's plugged in, of course, because I've been playing for a while. My hands on it, it's hot, it's covered by the blanket, like fuck, what is alarms going off? Yeah, dude. It's great. It's a great time. But my next thing that I wanted to mention, I was just sometimes I do this where I just go for a drive and then see what's going on in the city and stuff. And I went down to a mall and be like, maybe I'll get some cool mall food at like it's like a Southtown mall. It's like 20 minutes maybe from me, tops. Anyways, they had like a pop-up art and like culture convention. I wouldn't say that. It was like a nerd demo, like a mini Comic-Con kind of. There's no comics, but like people are selling figurines. They have like a bunch of vendor booths, like D&D booths, like a bunch of different stuff. They had like a cover band, like a live cover band, just playing in the in the mall, and it was free. You could just walk in, like you didn't have to pay any cover charge or anything. They had, of course, things that you could buy in there because the whole thing, like, all right, let's get people in here and have them buy stuff. But what I thought was cool was the opening is just they're playing music, and they've got walls to walls covered in art pieces, right? And I sent some examples to Jacob, which you might be seeing on screen now.
Big time.
We'll just flip through a couple of them. There's just some really incredible art out there, and it's kind of linked to what we're gonna get into later about AI and like how that is one of the many ramifications of it advancing is, stealing people's art and things like that. But this was just a reminder of like how cool is it to go somewhere and look at how incredible some people can be at art. Like,
Yeah.
it's some seriously crazy good stuff.
Mhm.
And so there's just widely different styles. This one is a Mickey and Minnie Mouse made of limbs. That's all limbs. Like,
Oh shit. That's
pretty
cool.
like
Wow.
there's just some incredible pieces that I saw there. And I was just taking pictures as we go. As eyeballs as the buttons. Yeah. It's just like
Wow.
some weird stuff. And there's the Squirtle with a wet ass Pokemon is I think I put in there too. But
I'm gonna flip through
there's
all
stuff
these.
like that. It kind of runs the gamut, right? You've got physical stuff, like I took a picture of a boat, right?
There's a picture of his
That's a
finger.
thumb.
Look at my thumb. Is it my thumb? Oh, look at that. Axolotl.
Ooh, that's
Yeah,
cool.
dude. Just it goes all over the place. I probably spent a good hour just looking at all the pieces.
There's more.
There is more. I have many
I'm gonna show
pictures
more.
from this one.
I promise.
Because it was, I don't know. Like, I feel like there's not enough of that. Maybe, I don't know. Just pop up things like that. Wet ass Pokemon. Yeah. For people listening, it's a Squirtle.
That's fucking cool.
That's great.
It is. It was cheeky, and I appreciated it. And then
Oh,
Luigi
what?
board.
Dude, this.
And that is.
Look at this.
Yep, and that is
AT-AT?
an AT-AT.
Wow.
All knitted, I think.
Knitted.
So
That's incredible.
That's still pretty cool.
very cool. So
Oh, this one's for you, Miguel. Fart, my darling.
Good
Ah.
stuff though, and then across the mixed together.
Squonk.
Some really good stuff. Again, like
This
do
one
think there needs to be more.
This
of
one I
this
thought
kind
was
of thing.
interesting because like she's made at her skin is like concrete.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Either.
Yeah, if you just kind of look at her, it just looks like it's concrete. Pretty cool.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, if I had a ton of disposable income, I would buy a ton of this and just bring them, like,
Yeah.
to hang up in places because
Ooh, I want this. That's
that
cool.
one is really cool.
I like that.
It's just like a skull guy,
Mm-hmm.
It minimalistic, but it kind of evokes a certain mood.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah, I'm not an art expert, but I definitely appreciate it when I see it. And I know Gage is in the chat. I kind of wish he was here because I know that he would appreciate this kind of thing too.
He's in the chat. We can see what he
But
says. Oh, look at the
do
monkey.
think, yeah,
Space
there's some
monkey.
seriously great pieces from these people.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
So yeah, you never know what you can find when you just go places. I love doing that, just discover stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Just going adventure, because it really is. Usually you find something if you just want, but hopefully it's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Wander around, you don't want to find somebody.
What's
the next thing?
What's up with this?
That's I was going to mention. It's my thumb. I was gonna put this in endorsements later on, but I'll just do it now. It's arepa, which I think is the way to say it. It's Venezuelan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe they're just
Argentinian
their take
too.
on it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a bunch of countries that have arepas.
Okay.
Wow.
I kind of figured, right? Because it's just like a
tamale.
take on yeah.
Yeah.
They stuff it with meat and cheese and veggies and it's good. It's very effing good.
Mm-hmm. And this?
the restaurant's called Arepas with an M. in there.
Oh,
Mm.
okay.
Uh, and that I forgot what it was called. It's something with a T, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like a cheese-filled breadstick, but way better.
Mm.
Was it
Nice.
reasonably priced?
Um, I would say you're going to spend what you would expect to spend at a mall for a mall. So
For mall food?
for
Okay.
me, because I got the side thing, and I got the arepa, and I got a God, what the hell was it? I can't remember. It was a drink.
Mm-hmm.
It was like like fruit drink that was very good as well.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, I think it's about $30 about, but I
Okay.
did tip too, so
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, the
that's
only
kind of
reason I
about
asked is because I've had arepas in town. There's a place
yeah.
in town, and it was a little pricey.
Yeah, do you think they're kind of crutching on the unique aspect of it?
I really don't know, to be honest with
Mm.
you. I know the place in town at least started in like this like there's like a neighborhood bar on the strip, and then there's like this tiny like little shack, and people run like small restaurants out of it.
Mm.
And usually, like when it's like something like that, there's like an upcharge, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they're trying to just make money. But when they moved into the other place, they kept the same prices. So I don't know. I don't know if
Mm.
it's because it's unique or if that's just maybe what it costs to actually make,
Yeah.
I do
right?
wonder because it was a lot of meat. If it's similar to what, like it
Yeah.
was a good amount of meat that's in there, and I got to assume it was sitting in a jus kind of thing for a while, like some marinade or something like that.
Sitting
But
in its juices.
it was so juicy, man. This thing was like maybe a little too juicy, right? Like it was all over the place.
It's a wet ass
Um,
Pokemon.
it was a
Yep.
wet ass purchase of a
A
food.
wet ass Pokemon.
Yeah, yeah, wet ass Pokemon. We'll go.
Nice,
God
dude.
damn it. Yeah. So that was my WYBNOO. And also probably my endorsement. I'll think of something else too.
Okay.
And that will what? Good. Good.
I think I'm getting some sort of some kind of transmission. Hold on. Let's see what we can hear. Let's see what we can hear.
Hello, fellow humans. My name is Gage, aka Lucifers. How are you? Question mark.
The fuck?
What in the?
What the fuck is
hell?
that? Who is that?
Hello.
Okay. Hi. Is that supposed to be Gage or something?
Hello, fellow humans.
Okay. Something's happening. I think is that an AI version of Gage?
Is that?
That's
Did you?
exactly what it sounds
I
like.
Is that
think-
are we fucking serious right now? This is
How many videos did you feed it?
Oh my god,
I
that
hate it
was
a lot.
Oh
It is
my
not
god, that
good.
yeah, dude.
Okay.
Oh,
All right. This is getting weird.
great.
So seems like
It's
maybe
making me uncomfortable, man.
Gauge
That was not okay, dude.
maybe Gauge is here.
Oh my god, that was like so cutty.
All right. Well,
No.
great. So I guess that's gonna lead us into the
I guess
Ugh,
the photo's
AI.
accurate, right?
Well, I was gonna say
I kinda
that
hate
like
this.
you.
I kind of
isn't
hate
as
this.
scary as we think it is,
This
and maybe
is-
all of it's not as scary as this
This is-
right here. But AI, what is it? What even is AI?
I think
Is
I
it doppelgangers? Is
I don't know. I think maybe this
It's
is
all
what
those
what
things.
this is
Wa-
what happens
wannabe?
when you type Luke Shot first into Chat GPT or something.
Is he wearing the headset? It looks like he's on like.
Hello.
Okay,
Ah,
this is completely different.
it's alive.
It looks like
I think it's alive somehow.
teleperformance or something. He's
Wow, this
he's
is
like working at a call center.
this is getting. Oh Jesus! What the fuck is happening?
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
dude.
All right. Well, we're gonna have some sort of Gauge character to
All
go
right.
along with us for the
that's
rest of the
definitely not gonna be
episode.
distracting.
Oh my God,
I
that-
will definitely not look at that. Look, simmer down, Gage.
Hello,
2.0.
fellow
All right?
humans.
It's getting
Alright.
worse. Is it getting worse?
I don't know. Well, Gauge looks like Gauge was here after all. It's just some kind of fucked up version of it.
Gage, you might get into that.
yeah.
Man. I feel like that.
But hey, this is the AI episode, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
So.
that is. I hate it a
Hmm.
lot. What I don't hate is talking about it. But what is it? What is it? What is it? It is certainly that. It is well wherever. Wait, is it down this way? Yeah, it is certainly that.
Yeah, you're good. Yep.
Oh, I touched him and he freaked out. Okay, I won't do that
Do it
again.
again.
I'm sorry. I don't want.
Oh, yeah,
What
dude.
Oh no!
That's
I
hot.
mean,
Can I just say that? I fucking hate it so much.
Now taking the hobbits to Isengard.
Do Isengard.
okay.
Uh,
All right,
I
guys.
just- oh my god, dude. Okay,
Let's
so
have some fun.
for people listening, it's just a. I don't even know. Maybe he. What happened? He invaded our show and he didn't.
He's got Gage in the
He's
chat
got
says
Gage's
he's
catchphrase.
got my catchphrases.
Hey, man.
Oh my god, that
They're
was
all
that was
over
like-
the internet. You gave them away.
I
It's
also
true.
don't remember him having catchphrases. Hey, maybe I just missed somewhere.
Oh
I
my
just
god,
don't know.
that was like so cutty.
Fuck.
There it is.
Yeah, that was so cutty. Every
Can I
time.
ask where
every
you
time.
made these, Jacob?
Don't worry about it.
Well, you don't tell me now. I'd
It's
like
all
to.
ethical
I'd
if
like
you
to
don't
play
know
with that.
about it, okay?
We
It's all
might-
ethical.
We might have started only 10 minutes late because that's all it took for me to do is take these audio files he hastily sent me.
That is hilarious, dude.
Oh yeah,
What?
dude.
But it is crazy just how much. Fuck's sake. Dude.
I love it when a plan comes together.
That's good
It's
shit,
just,
dude. That's good shit.
that's what AI is.
That's AI.
What is it? There's a really good example of it for anybody watching, listening.
Hmm.
But we're gonna get into it. I think. I hope. Maybe. When we think of, like, dude, I can't even start. But when we think of AI, so like the gut reaction now is like fear, and then that leads to like doubt, and then that can lead to like resentment, which is kind of where a lot of people sit, is in that headspace, because
Mhm.
all the representations of AI has been, well, at least most of them that are popular have been, well, AI is our supreme genocidal. Humanity is the problem because they've seen our history and
Mhm.
they've read all of that and they predicted where it's going to go and we're going to destroy the planet, which we might, but who knows?
Which we
okay.
already technically
Yeah,
are
we
doing.
already are.
It's
and
true.
AI is, but it's okay.
You
Maybe we're
think-
getting what's coming to us.
I think the T100s would destroy us, or T1000. Yeah.
I was
Uh,
also gonna say Steven sounded like Yoda.
I know.
when I was writing the,
Oh my god, that was
the
like
thing,
so-
and that's why I like changed how I said it too. I'm like, well, shit, that kind of sounds. That sounds
I just
like
wanted to
what
point
you
that
did.
out. It was like,
No,
I was-
yeah,
you're
no.
channeling Yoda. I get it.
wise Jedi. But yeah, so we get things like Terminator, we get things like Space Odyssey,
Mhm.
HAL 9000, The Matrix,
Yeah.
Alien, Avengers, Age of Ultron, all pretty much, depictions where they just want to eliminate human. So it's no wonder we get the gut reaction of, oh, it's replacing people.
Mhm.
It's, and while that probably is true,
I think we're not at the point where it's replacing people now.
no.
Will it be a
5, 10
problem in the
years?
future? I was thinking more like 100 when I'm dead, but yeah, maybe
Oh,
5 to 10 years.
You know
Mhm.
what? I really hope
Really?
that yours is right.
Yeah.
I hope that the 100 years is right.
Right?
Can we just have that?
Like
When we're long dead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when I'm long dead, it will have replaced many a jobs.
Mhm.
100%.
Sorry, children.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That we've left you this decimated planet.
Figure it out.
Well, I can't say that they know my brother.
Dude. But yeah, so like it's always been depicted like that, right? So everybody's kind of had the stigma about it, but what we want to do with this episode is to get really into it about like the nuances of it and where we're actually at, and we can kind of explore what it actually is together.
Mhm.
We have a few things from IBM.com and Wikipedia, which is kind of where a lot of what we're pulling from during this
Mhm.
little bit will come from. And then these are just kind of summaries. So IBM.com says On its own, or combined with other technologies, i.e., sensors, geolocation, robotics, AI can perform tasks that would otherwise require human intelligence or intervention. So, kind of alleviating. And the way they explain it is like a little bit nebulous, but like
Mm-hmm.
the idea being to eliminate
Mm-hmm.
effort, human effort, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wikipedia then goes to say artificial intelligence is the intelligence of machines or software as opposed to the intelligence of living beings, primarily of humans. It is a field of study in computer science that develops and studies intelligent machines. Such machines may be called AIs. So,
Hmm.
what most people don't realize is that AI has been in use forever. Well, not forever, but like for a really long time.
Yeah,
right?
a lot longer than you think, for
Um,
sure. Yeah.
Yep.
And we know it for things like deep fakes. We know it for stuff like I don't know, we're at Chat GPT now, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
super popular, or all the art things, or what is it? Sora, that was one other thing.
Yeah,
That's like
that's
really kind of kicking up.
yeah, that's like we'll look at some Sora stuff
Yeah,
later on tonight. But yeah, it's like you can essentially type in a really long prompt and it'll make like a pretty lifelike looking video to the untrained eye.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's just crazy, But it's really been in a lot of things, um, you know, like Google for a long time. Google's been a thing for a while. It advanced, so it's like a recommendation system. No, all of those are AI. YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
Amazon, it'll recommend you things based on what it knows that you buy and your habits. And when it listens in on your microphone, but you told it not to anyways, but someone says something, and then
Uh-huh.
you pull up your ad of the thing that they were saying. You're like, what? Okay,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
yep. So that that's been in there for a while. You have Siri and Alexa as examples as well. Yeah, and then what we have now, like AI has gone so far now as to like self-driving cars.
Mm-hmm.
And we have
Yeah.
things in video games that like generate based on like a mathematical equation, right? Things like that to automate things. It's basically any kind of automation almost, the way
Mm-hmm.
I look at it, based off of what we've taught them, though.
Yes, currently.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
currently, right, and that's what we'll get into a little bit later too. And video games have had some basic versions of AI, and then from the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
not AI, right? But it's
Right.
more it's more coded, hey, if this then that,
Mm-hmm.
rather than actually learning, which is kind of where we're getting now with AI, is with the neural networks and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So from IBM.com, this is, I feel like, the same article. It says, as
Yeah.
a field of computer science, AI encompasses and is often mentioned in deep learning. These disciplines involve the development of AI algorithms modeled after the decision-making process of the human brain that can learn from available data and make increasingly more accurate classifications or predictions over time. So
Hmm.
the idea would be it's multiplicative, right? Based on the fact that it's taking the knowledge learned, it'll then take that and apply it, and if it works or it doesn't work, it's it's teaching itself at a certain point too. So,
Mm-hmm.
which I find a little bit daunting as a thought, but we'll get into that later too.
Yeah.
So you might be asking yourself, does it mean Chat GPT is conscious? That it can think, and I don't think that's the case, right? At
No.
least not now. So what we have now is called weak AI. It's what it's defined as.
Mm-hmm.
AI trained and focused to perform specific tasks. Like it doesn't have its own thought. So there's also strong AI, which is what you see maybe in the depictions of these movies, is the
Yeah.
strong AI.
Yeah, like
So
HAL 9000, like reading lips and figuring out that people are going to destroy him. You know what I
mhm.
mean? Whereas with the AI nowadays, it's just kind of like trying to emulate stuff or just look at patterns and spit them back out at you, with art and like with Chat GPT and stuff. It's not, they're not actually real. They're just emulating
Right.
real people and real things. You know what I
It
mean?
doesn't have creation yet, right?
Right.
Like it cannot create, it just takes from, right?
Mm-hmm. And
So
like almost redoes based on I mean, what's trippy about the neural link stuff, like like they do have essentially digital brains in a way, the way it kind of
Yeah.
the way it kind of works. Like there's like nodes, like brain nodes essentially in the coding that can take an input and then need an output, and then in the middle kind of figure things out that like normal software can't really figure out, which is really interesting. But it doesn't like have emotions or like real thoughts, you know.
There
It's
is
trippy.
no original content with AI yet.
Correct.
Kind of how I base it now, and how I tell people like that's where we're at. Like, don't sound the alarm quite yet, but also maybe we should put in some precautions. Again, we'll get to that here in a sec.
Mhm.
So thanks again to the IBM article, which again we'll link in the description
Mhm.
in the episode on YouTube. So if you guys are curious.
Oh my god, that was like so cutty.
Thanks, Gage.
Thanks, Gage. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Mhm.
Killing it, man.
Yeah.
Cool. Strong AI.
Oh. All right.
Strong AI is we're dealing with maybe a little bit of
Smart
that right now.
motherfucker, that's right.
It's so fucking smart, dude. It's so fucking. Okay, enough of that. Enough shenanigans. Strong AI. Fuck's sake, man. Thank you so much, Paige. Oof. Strong AI is made up of artificial general intelligence and artificial superintelligence. AGI, or general AI, is a theoretical form of AI where a machine would have an intelligence equal to human. It'd be self-aware with a consciousness that would also have the ability to solve problems, learn, and plan for the future. ASI, also known as superintelligence, would surpass the intelligence and ability of the human brain.
Mhm.
So now, AI today isn't strong AI since that's still theoretical, but doesn't mean what we have today isn't, compelling or impressive. Just makes it a little bit less scary, I think.
Yeah.
Most people do find it threatening, but
I think long term, I would be worried.
Yeah.
Short
Yeah.
term, not so much. I'm going to be honest. I know it exists. I haven't really used any of it personally. But like, am I necessarily concerned? No. But do I think in maybe 5 to 10 years will people start losing accounting jobs? Probably.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Big time.
And that's the future, right?
Yeah.
Like that's on to the future. But right now, I'm going to tell you about the
right now,
history of AI too, right?
Mhm.
Looking back, that was the future.
Hmm.
So, from Wikipedia, Alan Turing was the first person to conduct substantial research in the field that he called machine learning, or machine intelligence, rather.
Mhm.
Artificial intelligence was founded as an academic discipline in 1956. The field went through multiple cycles of optimism, followed by periods of disappointment and loss of funding, known as AI winter. Funding and interest vastly.
Sorry.
What's that? AI winter?
Yeah, I just think this whole, because he's gonna talk about this in a sec, but this whole AI winter thing is really funny. It has its own Wikipedia article about AI winter and how everyone was excited for AI like in the late 50s, and how like they couldn't figure out how to do it, and so they're like depressed, and so that's what AI winter is. I just wanted to like talk about it because I'm just like, this is so nerdy. That's like so nerdy as fuck.
It really is.
Yeah.
Only the mega nerds are like, hey, I could have been the best thing ever. And yeah.
And here we are. Sorry to interrupt you.
Too old to be excited about it now, maybe.
Hello, fellow.
Oh,
Well,
hold on, Gage. Let him talk.
Oh, just
talking,
one
Gage.
sec, man.
God damn, dude.
Just 1 second. So funding and interest, it increased a lot after 2012 when deep learning passed all previous AI techniques. And after 2017, with the transformer architecture, that led to AI spring, the AI spring in early 2020s.
See?
Okay, we're just really going to
AI winter, and now it's AI spring.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Is that an official term, or is that something
Yeah.
you came up with?
No,
that's
that's what I'm saying. There's
Was that
Wikipedia
the official
articles for
term? Okay.
both of these things. Yes, it's really fascinating.
Oh, yeah, dude.
See, Gage thinks that. too.
Gage thinks it's hilarious.
I mean, he wouldn't exist without it, so I think he's pretty grateful.
What are you talking about? He's a real person. He
Oh
has
shit!
feelings.
Hello, fellow humans. My name is
Yeah.
Gage.
Oh, God, good stuff.
Can he say anything else?
I don't know.
We haven't trained that language model yet.
I
So.
think-
Hello.
I mean, he could say hello pretty well.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he says that pretty well.
He could say, "Oh my god," too.
You're making me golf over here.
Wait, so hold on. If he's talking about God, he can't. He can't be a robot.
Is that true? I think that's true. Yeah. When we're going on our robot witch hunts, that's what we'll test them on.
All right.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
Are you going to talk
Anyways.
about the Turing test at all?
Yeah.
Or...
AI
Oh.
Spring.
Oh no, I didn't read it. I just did the briefest research on the history.
Just curious.
Oh,
I mean, we could
Turing and-
we could talk about it really quick if you want.
Yeah, but you know, a lot of people have
We don't
heard
have
of the
to.
Turing test, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of what they would base sentience on, right?
Yeah, I mean,
The idea of that.
so just brief Wikipedia lookup. It's a test of a machine's ability to exhibit intelligent behavior equivalent to or indistinguishable from that of a human. So essentially, if you've ever seen the first, what is it? Fuck. Come on. Dream of Pink Robots. What is it? Fuck. What's that movie?
Blade Runner?
Blade Runner. Yeah.
Oh,
That's-
I was like, what?
That's not exactly a Turing test, but like, you know.
Watch Ex Machina.
Ex Machina.
Yeah.
That's a really good one.
That's a very good movie if you want that.
That movie is excellent, yeah.
Yeah.
God damn, I forgot Blade Runner. I'm sad now.
Blade Runner. Yeah.
Right? I'm sad
Alright.
for you, man.
I
Go
know.
on, go on, Gage.
Continue.
Oh, yeah, continue, Gage. Go.
Oh, hold on, wait. Gage is gonna talk?
Okay.
Yeah,
Hello.
That's it. That's all he has to say.
that's all
Oh.
he has.
You know what? I love his insight. Every time he chimes in, it's just,
Oh, yeah.
see, I can't even talk because I have to listen.
Okay.
So yeah, we're in the AI spring now, technically,
Mhm.
where things are kind of booming, things are moving forward a little bit. But how the hell does AI actually work?
Mhm.
So, you know, you might have guessed, but it's pretty complicated. It's interesting to see just how complicated, but I don't want to get too deep into that. Here's a few things though to keep in mind. So even the version of AI that searches for things, there's multiple ways an AI can do it, from using algorithms to trying every possibility, right? Much more inefficient. To discerning likely avenues based on factors, and this is closer to AI's thinking than anything else,
Mhm.
which was like the little notes you put in there, which I
Yeah.
think I agree, right?
Yeah, I mean, because essentially it's like it's kind of doing that thing, like I said earlier, where there's an input, it needs to do something, and it has an endpoint, and so it's gonna really try to figure out the best course of action to get through that search, rather than brute forcing, which AIs can brute force, which just means trying every literal possibility. That takes forever, but like, you know, that's almost like thinking, right? Like that's problem solving. You're like, well, I need to search for tacos, right? But I want them to be al pastor tacos, right? So then it just knows that it needs to type in al pastor first. You know what I mean? Or, you know, it's
Yeah.
just the best thing I could come up with off the top of my head. But essentially, it you know, it takes a little more brain power than just, you know, a computer just following instructions, essentially.
Yeah, it is a step above, and then, you know, I don't know what the desire is, the level of want we would have for a sentience, right?
Mm-hmm.
From AI, but I feel like a lot of people are chasing it.
Yeah.
You know, and is it just commercialized, right?
I honestly think you're probably going to end up with like someone who just wants to make one to feel like they've created something.
Do you
Right.
think it's like the
These-
God
these-
complex? kind
Oh,
of thing?
absolutely. People
Yeah.
have the God complex. I mean, they
Mm.
have
It's
it now,
alive.
even though they're not actually creating anything.
Right.
I wouldn't be surprised if someone would just wanted it, even if it was outlawed. They would.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Cloning too, right? Like
Yep.
you know,
Mhm.
is another thing.
Yeah.
It all comes back to the want of to be a creator, right? Like
Exactly.
the ultimate creator, right?
Look what I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was just thinking about that too. Like who wants sentience from AI?
I
Well,
mean,
like,
lonely people.
If I, you know, I was gonna say, if I'm gonna have a robot that like a robot, do I want it to think? Fuck no.
Right.
It's essentially a slave,
Well, right.
right? So,
I mean-
like, why would I want it to think?
I want a
I just
robot
need it
butler.
to do the task.
You know what I mean?
And then I would feel bad. You know, there's the ethical question. I would feel bad 'cause
Exactly.
now I have a slave.
Well, I
Well,
mean,
Exactly.
Did I have a slave
It's-
before?
It's living and
Just didn't
breathing,
think.
right? Like,
Yeah.
Well, it's
you
not-
could argue that
Well, it's not because it's a
It's
tool.
not
well,
living or
it's
breathing.
not,
at all. It's
but
just
it has
awake.
consciousness. So
It's just awake.
But then at that point, you're going to get into the whole, well, what's being alive,
Right.
right?
Mhm.
That's a whole nother question.
Oh,
That
yeah.
is huge. I don't
So,
really get that
like,
on this one.
Just because it's not living and breathing the way you are, does it make it less alive than you?
No,
If you
but
don't think?
me and my robot butler would be best friends, and I would take
Do
care
you
of him
want
too.
him to think?
But I would
But
take
you
care of him
actually-
too.
But
Right.
do you actually want him to be? Would you
Do you
want
want
him
him to
to
be like-
disagree with you,
Yeah.
or would you want him to always be like, "Yes, sir. Yes, Mr. Jacob.
Um,
Sure, right away, sir."
Yes, Mr.
Or would he
Jones.
be like, "No, get off your ass and you do it"?
Right? So like,
Do
would
you
he
want
be
him to
your
talk
butler at that
back?
point?
I mean, what do you want? You essentially want a slave who's your best friend.
kind of.
You'd be like a pet, right?
No, I don't know. I just,
Okay,
you know, it would
I-
be, it would be cool to have a robot butler. I don't know.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want it to be sentient. So.
No, absolutely.
Yeah,
not.
no, exactly. I mean, it would
It's a tool, right? It should.
It'd be
a
like
tool
more like an
that means
Alexa.
man.
that can, you know, clean.
I still find Alexa odd, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
I
me
don't
too, a
really
little
like
bit.
Alexa too much personally.
I say thank you to
Why?
Alexa and stuff.
Do
They're like,
you- oh,
Thank-
You do.
Yeah,
Yeah, he might. And
I
there are
do.
there are some people who actually have their kids do it.
I'm
but,
nice
like,
to my Alexa.
There
when
are
it
people
works.
who are like terrible to their fucking AI assistants,
Yeah, true.
and I feel like that's how they treat people.
Yeah.
True.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, this is
maybe.
interesting thoughts here.
No, absolutely.
I mean, if
yeah,
something is sentient, it should be free.
Yeah.
I think so.
I think so,
Absolutely.
too.
That's why I don't think we should. No one should go down that road because there's going to be a lot of fucking. We're
Well,
gonna
if
ask
you-
ourselves and go,
Mhm.
If you do go down that road, then you know they should be free.
Well, and yeah, I just think
We're all
I would
gonna
agree
die.
with you.
We're all gonna die. We're gonna destroy ourselves one way or the other.
And obviously, this is we're speaking in the realm of science fiction. Like
hmm
science fiction has always kind of become reality at some point to a
Mhm.
degree, right? Not
Oh, yeah.
quite what people
It's
thought
like
it was, but like
manifest destiny kind of thing.
like
you
going to
know?
the moon. No one thought we could go to the fucking moon, yet we've been, and we're gonna go back.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
But it was an
so
idea in
anything's
somebody's
fucking
head.
possible.
Yeah, and
True.
we made it work eventually. So
Oh my
Yes.
god, that was like
And science
so
is always
cutty.
constantly changing.
hmm True.
Thank you, Gage. It
Thanks,
is
Gage.
it's so cutty.
That
Going to
is-
the moon is
that's
very
so
cutty.
It's pretty cutty. Wow.
I hate saying that. Okay.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
That's a
just
NorCal
means I'm
thing.
Maybe too old for that shit.
That's a NorCal thing.
It's just all sorts of wrong, dude. It's what it is.
So we were talking about all sorts of wrong. Let's talk about what they're getting right with AI now. So people developing these AIs found ways to have a computer figure things out without complete information, so like filling the gaps, which is really what we're seeing now as the bread and butter of AI is solving people's problems. Like you can, I don't know if this has been before the big boom, but you can aim your camera at your homework and it will show the solutions to each problem on a little thing.
Yeah,
and
that
how you
trips
do it,
me
too.
out.
You just take a picture and it just does it.
hmm
Yeah, like I
Um,
just used
pretty
what was it,
crazy.
Google Translate and used the
Mhm.
camera function to translate something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Freaking awesome.
Dude, I've done
And it
that
works.
with we got
Super.
Japanese snacks. Like Joy kept getting these like worldwide snacks. We got a Japanese one, and I was like, well, let me read it. And I was taking pictures, and it was translating from the picture.
Isn't that wild?
It's
It's
insane.
so crazy, dude. It's
Mhm.
crazy.
And
Like,
I-
it's super helpful.
Yeah, and when so this is
Mhm.
relevant. So when I was at Arepas, or Empas, sorry,
Mhm.
there was somebody on a date, right? And they both spoke different languages though,
Oh.
but they were using their phone to live translate to each other, and it was like there was no barrier.
Wow.
It's great because it happens so quickly, right?
Yeah.
What a time.
The
There was like
I
a
envision
small,
for that
you know.
is
Huh?
the future I envision for that. And I was just thinking about this like the other day, is getting to the point to where television will be in whatever language it's recorded in,
Mhm.
but you understand it in your own. Sort of like my first thought was like Cowboy Bebop,
Yeah.
Right.
and how they would watch TV. Right, again, the show, again,
Mhm.
not real, but still, like that's so many possibilities for that type.
Well,
of
and
stuff.
it could be possible. And with AI, you can reproduce voices too, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can have a live translate in their voice in your ear as they're doing, like maybe shortly after they do it, right? But
Yep. Rip voice
Ugh.
actors.
right,
Well,
that's a whole thing.
There's a whole thing going on with that, right? Like,
Yeah.
and I don't blame anybody for being worried about it, because that is the. I think people who want to make money will go down,
Yeah.
Mhm.
especially when and if they ever own your license, right? They own your
Mhm.
image, they own your
Well,
voice.
And they're already kind of going there with only digital stuff, right?
Mhm.
You know,
So
they own you. You know, they
Yeah.
own all the things. It's somewhere. It's not in your hand.
Mhm.
yeah, you don't physically own anything anymore. You're
Yeah.
just renting.
You have a
it.
subscription.
You have a subscription to use it,
Right.
but you don't actually own
That's
it.
a whole other effing argument. But yeah, it's all moving towards commercialization though, right? And that's
Mhm.
the point with like AI. I think is heavily commercialized, and how can you sell it? How can it improve industry and maximize paying people to do more things, right?
Mhm.
And do it more efficient in a lot of ways. So
Mhm.
you already see
Hello?
it with stuff like right there.
And just
You see?
increasing the wealth gap even more than
Right.
it already is.
And you know, it is the disgusting ever growing desire for to maximize profits, goddamn it.
True.
Yeah, no, that's capitalism for you though. Like,
Mhm.
You know, capitalism sucks. AI is only going to make that even more of a problem, I think.
it's
But yeah, I just think all that to say, like, you know, I think now we're getting to the point where it's chat GPT, right?
Mhm.
So we're taking the deep learning and the neural networks, which is the brain, like the mini brains, right?
Mhm.
And then they allow them to learn things from neuron to neuron. So like each node talks to each other, like you were saying, and
Mhm.
finds their learning, and then it's multiplicative throughout, and it happens super quickly.
Trippy.
And so GPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. So like
Never knew
that's
that.
why when you put in the prompt, right, in ChatGPT, it'll say, hey, results are going to show from 2022 or 2020 back. Like it doesn't have anything current, like up to date, because they're training it from back forward, right? So
Mhm.
they're not quite
that-
caught up, and I don't
is
know
that
if they
the
will.
paid version?
Kind
Is
of.
there a paid
Yeah.
version?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I
That's
mean, they
true.
might be updating it, but
And you may have
As
to
it-
pay
as it
for
goes.
the updated.
yeah.
Yeah. Like the
That's interesting.
the newest version of it will be, you have to pay for it, but you get the older stuff.
Mhm.
Right. Yeah.
Essentially, you're
And
just giving them more stuff to help with the algorithms
Yeah,
and teach
you-
more, right?
Right.
anytime you do something on anything connected to an internet connection or like social media, or you're putting something out there at all, it's going to take that information. That
Mhm.
information is going to be cataloged somewhere.
Mhm.
they're gonna pull from. What's crazy is how they know where to pull from, right? By using the keyword, and they search it that quick, and then come back with something super fast.
Yep.
Mhm.
It's just wild how quick it has gone. So,
Yeah.
Well, and then you have to. It makes me worry about like Big Brother, and as
Yep.
essentially we've created Big Brother, right? And
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
we have
what
made this, right?
yeah,
And so when you
we've done this
see,
to ourselves,
right, and so when you see stuff like art,
Yep.
it's just pulling from a bunch of different places to make it.
Mhm.
And on some of
Yeah.
them, they still can't get away from it. Are like you'll see signature marks, you'll see random things that just don't make
Yep.
sense, like
Yep.
6 fingers for some reason, and that'll probably, I would think, right, but it
Mhm.
doesn't quite do well
Hello,
with
fellow
fingers
humans. My
or
name is
like
Gage.
reproducing. Gage, do you mind?
Yes, Gage, we know you're there. Stop talking.
You said 6 fingers, so he got a little jumpy.
He
He got
oh,
excited.
Yeah.
he's mad that I'm insulting.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Well,
Nice.
you know, it's come a long way, right? And that's kind of where we're at. You know, we're making videos, we're making pictures,
Yeah.
and it's kind of integrated into our everyday lives more than people know. So
It is. It just is already. It's fully
we already
integrated.
lean
Yeah.
on Google, we lean
Mhm.
on YouTube, all these things.
Algorithms. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
pre
It's just getting started. I feel like we're gonna be going places.
predictive text anywhere on any device on any website. That's artificial intelligence. That is deep
It
learning.
sure is.
So if you've been think about how long your phone has been doing that, you know, it's been a part of your life for a long time, and it's just getting more efficient every day.
Little black boxes always collecting data,
Mm-hmm.
even if you tell it not to. I feel like it doesn't matter if you turn it off, right? All the here's the optional thing to turn it off because I have it off,
Yep.
and it still
Yeah.
feels the same. So
Yeah.
I feel like it's not as bad as when they weren't asking, but it's still not perfect. Like I know my phone is still listening to me.
Data,
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
data is money.
Oh,
for a lot of
absolutely.
places,
Like
so.
we've all been reduced to basically numbers.
Mhm.
Each one of us. at
Well,
that point, right?
we're arrays essentially at this point. We're just bits of information. How can we sell things to you? That's what we are. Walking around.
Pretty sad. Pretty sad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh,
you just have that
God.
free app, right?
Right.
Eventually,
I mean,
we'll
I
all
do it too.
eventually all be in the snow piercer world, eating the bugs. You know what I mean? In the back of the train.
Not
As
all
long
of
as
us.
I can have the bigger.
Some of us will be up front, and I'm trying to get up front.
Yeah. Oh, you gotta hustle more, man. You gotta start kissing some toes, dude.
You don't know what I'm doing over here.
You better suck on some robot toes, dude.
You don't know. You have no idea what I'm doing. You don't worry about
So
me.
wait. I mean, I guess I could.
You tell me
Yes,
how
it's
the babies
crazy.
taste.
They've done like what I think is cool is and crazy is they can reproduce like almost flesh, right?
Oh yeah.
They can print it.
Yeah,
Yep.
I've seen that.
And organs and like
Artificial meat and
They're working.
all that stuff. Mhm.
They're working on
They-
artificial organ printing for sure.
Mm.
Yeah, right now.
Which would be
That's the kind of
awesome
stuff.
because like it's your tissue,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
right? And then your
Yeah.
body should, in theory, not reject it. I think that's
Right.
really, really cool. There's some really
That's
cool stuff, man, that is going on.
Super awesome.
And it just I would like to hope that most of these people are creating this stuff for the benefit of everyone and not just people who
Well, and right.
They're
and that
definitely
kind of
gonna sell it.
but no,
Yeah.
there are people who are probably making it for the benefit. But then there are going to be people who
Mhm.
oh, well, I'm going to make so much money selling that, right?
And I think when you look at like the way they do that now with AI is I feel like it wasn't created to replace people, right? It was created with the intention of better. So
Helping people. Yeah.
helping,
Mm-hmm.
not owning and replacing. Which maybe is where it's heading, but you know,
Mm-hmm.
all that being said, I kind of want to run through just a few of these because we're getting a little bit longer here. Of
Good.
like AI productivity tools, right? So
Good
we've got-
conversation though. Yeah, having a good time.
think so. I think so. And I think it's an important one too because
Mhm.
it's not that far. I think maybe we're 5-10 years for some.
Yeah, that's what I've
drastic
heard.
happening.
Like something crazy about 5 to 10 years, it's going to get
Mhm.
good. And then as
Mhm.
far as like self-driving cars, those will eventually come. They, figure it out. But
Yep.
I mean, it's all kind of bullshit when you think about it. You hear about getting killed by those self-driving cars. We're essentially just being guinea pigs. We're being treated like that. These
Mhm.
tech
We are the
companies are
tech.
putting these random self-driving cars into the world, and
Yeah.
we're learning, still working the bugs out. But I digress.
Oops, all murder. You know.
Oops.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hello, fellow humans. My name is Gage, aka Lucifers. How are you? Question mark.
Did you say
Sexual
Lucifer?
chocolate.
Did you say Lucifer? Because I think that's probably pretty up.
I think he's saying Luke shot first.
Yeah, he's saying Luke shot
Luke
first.
shot.
But
Oh, I
it's
know what he was saying.
really
I was
weird.
just saying it
Oh,
sounded-
It does
wait,
sound like
wait.
Lucifer.
Can we look at this new version of Gage?
he's
There's a new one down there.
he's
That's kind of
having
weird.
issues. He's
Yeah.
going. He's
Oh
going
my
through
god,
it
that
right
was
now.
like so cutty.
Oh,
It's
fuck.
still him. It's still him.
Oh, it's still him. Okay.
There he is. He
Man,
just,
I'm
I
worried
think,
that he.
I don't know if he was generated the same this way.
No. Not- what I think is funny about that is it doesn't ever make the same one twice. 'Cause it's
Yeah,
just
true.
stealing from
Fuck my
everything,
life,
so.
dude. That's good.
Yeah.
We need to make those for everybody.
We do. I agree.
Jeez.
Oh yeah,
Um,
dude.
What was this made on? What was he created it?
I'm not sure. You know, I wasn't involved in the
Hmm.
creation of
Oh, did Gage create
Cuddy
himself?
Gage. I'm not sure
Gage.
how this got
Hmm.
here. It just you know,
Here.
I heard someone was gonna join the call, and this is what we got. So there you go.
Well, he's excited, is what Gage
Yeah,
is
he's
saying.
extremely excited.
Okay.
I'm digging it, dude.
Yeah.
Hello.
Let me run through these
Hello,
real
hello.
quick. We'll do the quick. God
Whoa.
damn it, Gage, I'm trying to talk.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I apologize.
Gage. Oh, no, you guys are fine. Gage, he keeps setting it.
Oh, I'm apologizing for my friend Gage. He's out of
Yes,
control.
dang. Somebody gotta rein him in. Okay, quick hits. I'm gonna go real quick with these.
All right, cool.
Chatbots. We have ChatGPT, Claude 2, Bing AI. Popular ones. We've got content creation now. We have Jasper, Copy.ai, Anyword. So that's just like what? Helping out with making videos.
Maybe let's see. It's a powerful AI content creation platform favoring users who need a high volume of content. It packs dozens of templates to help you get you started, connects to the internet to find research and sources, and also lets you generate images with your AI. So
Okay.
yeah,
So
I feel like this is what-
takes away all of the work.
yeah. I'm like, hold on. Doesn't this mean that like, isn't this what
We would get
like
replaced.
journalists are being replaced with essentially right now?
now?
Fuck
They're
you, Ja-
trying to.
Fuck you,
And then
And what I
Jasper.
saw was right interesting at the top of one of the pages I went to is like human made, like a big label, right
Uh-huh.
at the top of the.
Oh
article.
my
Like,
god, that's
they're
weird.
beginning to do that now. It's crazy.
Yep,
That's-
that is
a lot of these papers are not paying actual people.
that was
Ugh.
disconcerting, man.
It
Yeah.
is extremely disconcerting.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah, we're moving on.
Hmm.
Train. Grammar checkers and rewording tools like Grammarly that automatically correct your grammar. WordTune, Pro Writing Aid, stuff like that. Just
Wow.
basically
It's cool bot.
when you talk, when you say something to someone, it'll be like, "You want to say this instead, don't you?"
Mhm.
That's so
I'd be like,
weird.
Actually, fucking no. I meant to say fuck. No.
So at that point, we're just being controlled.
Yeah,
Wow.
I would say. Well, but who? Okay, that's a whole ethical question I don't want to get
Yeah.
into.
Interesting. Interesting.
Grammar checkers.
Hmm. Well, that's different.
Insidious, man.
You should always do grammar right.
Well, yes.
Always
while I
grammar
agree,
rightist.
Oh,
Be a
I
writing
feel-
grammar
it's, yeah.
grammarist.
sometimes I definitely try the grammars. I attempt the grammars once in a while. Mm, mm. Video creation and editing. Descript,
Oh.
Wondershare, Amora, Runaway. So basically what we do, but it's trying to replace that by making it automated.
Wow.
Yeah, you just hit a button.
Huh.
Yep. And
Been
you know,
working
maybe
too
half
hard.
an hour later, you got a whole hour.
Wow. Man, I did some major editing this week.
What I want them, there's one that does that like takes away editing process, right? Like that smooths that down and like, hey, we're gonna get highlight clips from this, and you feed it into it, and it's like automatically finding points of excitement or something, and just pulling that, right? And oftentimes it fucking sucks. So that's not very far. Like we're not far enough along for the video tools and like that. But like I said, maybe 5-10 years we'll definitely be there.
Getting there.
The rate it's going. So image generation, you know, everybody knows those. Dolly, Midjourney. Stable diffusion is the technique, right? That they're using to essentially steal other people's images and piece together like a collage, you know, into some mishmash Frankenstein sometimes, and sometimes it's really cool, which sucks, but you know, that's where we're at.
I
Voice
mean, it
music
is really cool, but
It is cool.
Yeah. Murph? I've never heard of Murph.
That's
Splash Pro and
these-
Ava? I've never heard of these.
These are voice and music generators. So you can essentially have a voiceover, like, you know, your own custom voice. It's like Murph is basically already being used by TikTok, essentially.
oh, it's that horrible. Is it that
Yeah.
horrible voice I see on
Yes.
those fucking videos?
But there's
I hate that shit.
There's a billion of
Right?
those. There's like more than just, you know, the few that everyone uses. There's like a lot. And the fact that like you could sample someone's voice and then people could like talk as them or just type in text and it'll, you know, generate like a voice sample. It's wild, but it is weird.
You heard about the 6 kids that died, right? That got shot, and they AI generated their voices and blasted it outside of Congress.
No.
And they're making cold calls to senators and stuff.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
damn.
You have to look that up. If you haven't heard about
I'll
that.
look into that. That's fucking crazy.
That is
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah, so that's
Wow.
happening right now.
Here, look,
Well, you know
Splash
what,
Pro
though? I
is. Go ahead.
I mean,
sorry.
it was with the parents' consent, Mike.
Right, that's what
That's
I was
good.
gonna say. Like,
Yeah, it was with the
it-
parents' consent,
yeah,
but it's still fucking crazy.
that is wild. I mean, used for good, hopefully.
Used for
Yeah.
a good cause. Don't get
A
me
very,
wrong.
a
But at the
very
same time,
dramatic way to do it.
yes, and I think that's probably why they did it. But
Mhm.
still, it's kind of crazy.
Sometimes you need some drama in
Yeah.
your life.
Yeah, we wake up, you know, I guess in that case. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Splash Pro gonna put music editor or music producers out of business apparently eventually. I'm sure it sounds like shit.
Dude, I was in the program I use, the Band Lab, right? You can generate an idea for a song. You
Wow.
just put like walking in the forest or something, and it creates like an atmospheric, like kind of synth song in like 12 seconds maybe, right?
Wow.
Very interesting.
That is interesting.
And you can change and adjust it and customize. It's supposed to be used as a springboard, right? A springboard to get you started. Oh shoot, well I can do this and edit around.
Right.
Really, at the end of the day, it's going to replace music producers. So
It is, yeah. None of it'll be better though.
no, no, and that's kind of what I wanted to finish it off with when we get through these is like, just like, are we better off or worse off? You know?
Yeah.
So before we get to that though, knowledge management and AI grounding, MEM, Notion AI, and Q&A, personal AI, which is kind of, are we talking like assistant? Like personal assistant?
So this looks like a chat bot of yourself. You kind of train it with the way you talk and stuff so it can reply for you. And then this is just, I don't know, helping you with data essentially, stuff like that.
So like automation for different programs. And
Yeah.
humans would be doing maybe.
Like a task list, like setting those things up for you, I guess, maybe. I don't know.
Mm.
Interesting.
You and I, all three of us probably use some form of automation in our jobs. To do it. I think that's kind of where that sits, maybe.
Maybe in the future.
Maybe.
Mm.
Not really right now.
Yeah, that's this one too.
Yeah.
Asana and AnyDo. These are more like task list based.
So it's like, hey, I need you to move this data from this point to this point, or
Yeah, this is more of
analyze
like
this, or...
like you kind of are setting up a task list for yourself.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And it
So
just
it's-
sort of like comes up with ideas for you.
It's where I want Siri to be, where I tell her, "Hey, do this for me," and then she'll actually fucking do it.
Yeah.
Right.
But she can't do that, and she goes, "I can't do that right now."
Yeah.
Why? Why can't
It-
you?
You know,
It's essentially
pull up
using
Google Maps and tell me if I'm going to get to work on time.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. That's you nailed it. That's kind of what these AI task and project management ones do.
Yeah.
It kind of looks at data and it's like, all right, well, you need to do laundry. Well, why don't you also do this and that and this? Or with this one, it's like, oh, why are we going to be late with our meeting today because of these factors, et cetera, et cetera.
So it's just bugging you, essentially.
Oh, yeah.
It's doing what
Yeah.
your brain already does, but like,
Mhm.
hey, shouldn't you be doing this instead? Shouldn't
Yeah.
you be doing that? Wouldn't this be helpful?
Dude, this next one, Transistor apparently has a which we use for our audio feeds. Check out our audio feeds if you want to just listen to us talk for Odd Valley Tavern and for for this podcast. But they AI transcripting for our podcasts. It's I think an additional fee, but it like will put a transcript out there for you just by reading it. It's kind of what YouTube already does for captions.
I mean, it's handy, right? Things like
Oh, yeah,
that.
absolutely.
I'm definitely happy it's around, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just takes away like that's unnecessary work. I feel like that is okay
was-
to be rid of, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna say that was a job at one point, though.
It was. Yeah,
You're right.
Transcription was a job.
Yeah.
And-
Like a stenographer.
yeah.
Yep.
Now you have Dragon software was kind of replaced all that and
Mhm.
led the charge there. And
Mhm.
I actually had a job doing that, and I doubt
Really?
they're going to be around for much longer. Yeah.
Yeah, same.
With how things are going. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, scheduling. You got things like Reclaim, Clockwise Motion. We were just talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of planning out your day almost for
Yeah.
you. You don't even have to think about it, which is wild to me. Email inbox management. We all have SaneBox, Mail Butler, email. I probably need.
I
one of
need
these
that.
myself.
I need that for
Yeah,
my
need
OMGesus Gmail, dude.
For
It
my
is
first-
so
yeah, dude.
full.
Where you send all the garbage to, you're just like,
Ugh.
that's the email I'm never gonna look at. But
Yeah.
maybe sometimes like that. Yeah.
There's stuff in
Um,
there, but it's like,
Buried under
Help
the
me.
10,000 emails.
help me, computers.
And the sweep function is never good enough, dude.
No.
There.
No.
Nope. It misses all those weird spam ones.
Well, I didn't know about this
Uh,
next one.
Which one is Dectopus, Beautiful AI, and Slides Go?
Yeah, this
Oh, okay.
is they're like they put together slideshows for you.
PowerPoint.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
cool.
Okay,
That's kind of
handy.
cool. See, I might use that.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, that's one of those like
This would be a
Some
fun
of these
thing to
might-
do like a video on where we all like set up a prompt and
make
then
yeah.
do it, like actually do the presentation.
We should
That
do
is
that. That
fun.
would be interesting.
That'd be really fun. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think this is kind of for me showing that it's not
Oh shit, he's Jesus.
oh
Hello,
my god, it's
fellow
not all the way
humans.
yet again.
I'm not
again.
sure I like this version
We are the weirdos.
of Gage 2.0.
Is that OM Jesus?
Capone Tony. Got my dillies on a pepper tank.
God damn. These look cool. I'm happy they're there,
Yeah.
right? And I think it's not all bad, but it's gonna be bad probably. Is
Yeah.
where I sit with.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how bad they are.
Dude, we have bad ones. Bad examples like deep fakes. I think is not a good thing. I don't
Mhm.
think that is positive
Yeah.
at all. The Willem Dafoe thing. I don't know if you want to show that.
Oh yeah. We need to get
real
into
quick.
this bit.
was
So
gonna
let
say,
me pull
you
this
guys-
up.
Yeah, I want to quick line us to the game so we can get out of here. But
Okay.
Oh, we could put
I
the
do
game.
want-
We could put the game on hold and do it like another
you want me
time.
to do a hold? Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, let's do that. I want to see some of these though. Like,
Yeah, I need to show you this stuff. This is kind of the stuff where like I'm slightly gonna. Well, I'm not gonna take it over, but I'm gonna show you
Go
all
ahead,
some
yeah.
shit. So look,
lead us in.
Deepfakes Web is a website where you could just create your own deepfakes. But as you can see in this video in the background, it's Morgan Freeman being replaced by Obama.
Oh,
Right, and it was like an actual video, but it's really interesting. Here's like a demo video. So like the normal face, I believe, is down here, right, and then they replaced it with an Asian guy. So here's the normal guy, and then here's the Asian guy's face, and then this is the deep fake, essentially combining the two. And it's not perfect, obviously. I mean, they're still working on this technology, but you know, it's compelling.
Should we be?
Did you guys hear about the Hong Kong finance guy who lost $25 million to a deep fake?
No.
What? No.
So he apparently got an email from the CEO of the company to join a WebEx. So he joined the WebEx. The CEO was there, and a bunch of other coworkers were there. And basically, they all agreed to make these payments. And it was actually all fake. The whole
Oh
thing was a deep
no.
but they sounded like the people. They looked like them.
Wow.
It's fucking nuts, dude. Like, this is some crazy shit.
Yeah, that is insane.
I think we're already there where it's dangerous.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
To
Yeah.
believe everything you see.
Oh, absolutely. And that's a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say.
It's a fucking problem.
And never mind the capitalism part of it. You could ruin other people's lives with this
Oh,
stuff,
absolutely.
so. Cause
Totally.
wars, like,
So here's Timothy Chalamet in Pulp Fiction. That's kind of dumb.
Yeah, that's not very good.
where is it?
Here's
Yeah.
The Irishman de-aging. That was a deep fake. So you can see the actual image on the
see.
right, I think, or the left. Yeah. And then I
Oh.
don't know. It's kind of hard to tell, actually.
That one's actually pretty good.
That is pretty good.
Yeah.
If you showed me the deep fake, I'd believe it.
Here's the
People-
here's
People listening, man, like it's sorry. You just got to come watch the video.
yeah. Check us out. YouTube.com/@symbol Neon Pocket Dimension. Here's Elon Musk in What Women Want. What Women Want.
He
Oh, I
doesn't
hate
know
it.
what women want.
It doesn't look great. Here's
Losing his money, no, it doesn't look good at all.
Here's
Home Alone.
here's Elon Musk in Home Alone
Okay.
falling down the stairs,
Yeah. that's
getting hit in the
one. That's
face.
fine. That's fine.
Let's see a couple other ones. Okay, George Clooney as Bruce Wayne.
In The Dark Knight.
So you know,
That's not good.
it looks a little photoshopped, but the face tracking's on point. At least it's in the right spot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's interesting. So yeah, just here's Kim Kardashian in the Barbie movie. We'll look
Oh,
at this last
God.
one. Oh no, it does
no.
not look good.
That looks
no.
terrible.
It looks
that is
really bad.
terrible.
It looks like a
No,
cartoon.
that's not good at all.
Cool. All right. So you want to see a good example of
Oh,
deep fakes?
No, what happened to her eye, dude? She was like,
It's all jacked up. So there's this weird trend. This is a Reset Era website. Is a weird trend of like all these Final Fantasy gifs with Willem Dafoe's face superimposed. So here's Riku
oh my God.
from Final
stop.
Fantasy 10, I think, right?
And, yeah.
Yeah.
It's really bad. But then essentially I was Googling about it, and I want to do like a conspiracy video about this, which I'm definitely going to do, about like who the fuck is doing this and why. And I did look it up.
Right.
So here's this Willem Dafoe as the Spice Girls. Yeah. There's a couple more. Here's Willem Dafoe as what's that movie? Pretty Woman? Pretty Woman?
Oh, Pretty Woman, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, anyway, I did a search about this, and essentially people online were just saying like, well, to test out deepfake technology, because Willem Dafoe's face is so recognizable, he's sort of the basic idea for the deepfake like example person, right? So here's like a whole bunch of the gifs I'm talking about. I first saw them with Kingdom Hearts gifs for some reason. So as you can see, just a whole bunch of Soras for some reason.
So bad.
It's just so fucking weird. Like, it's so weird and so prevalent that like if you look like on Giphy just for a Kingdom Hearts gif, these pop up first.
No.
Yeah. Like, look, well, that was Tifa for like a split second. Oh my god, here's Aerith, dude.
These are awful.
That's Aerith in the bottom right corner.
I mean, they're so good, they're awful though.
Yeah, oh, it's so good, it's bad. So yeah, so that's my deepfake presentation. I had to show you guys that because it's so fucked up and weird. But recently there was this thing that came out called Sora. This has been kind of a hot topic. And we did kind of briefly talk about this earlier. I'm just making this window a little smaller so you can actually see the whole thing. But what's interesting about Sora is that it's generative video AI technology. So you can type in a prompt and it'll generate like any video. And obviously people with a keen eye can tell the difference. And I've seen people like pointing this stuff out, you know, in the past or recently. Which is great, but we're getting so close. So in this video, the prompt is: a stylish woman walks down a Tokyo street filled with warm glowing neon and animated city signage. She wears a black leather jacket, a long red dress, and black boots, and carries a black purse. She wears sunglasses and red lipstick. She walks confidently and casually. The street is damp and reflective, creating a mirror effect of the colorful lights. Many pedestrians walk about. So let's just watch this video.
This is very specific, right? You'll notice a lot
Right.
of them, you have to be very specific
Yeah.
to get good results.
So like right off the bat, this is not real. Like there's nothing real about this. And if you really look, you could tell.
If you look at the head movement, right?
Well,
I think that's what caught my eye first.
most people will just look at the woman and sort of see the background, but where these fall apart is the background itself. Like you'll notice people kind of like teleport in and out. You'll see like things change that shouldn't be changing, things like that. But if you just look at it and you're not really trying to deduce anything, it's really compelling. This looks really interesting, you know, and it does reflect the prompt itself. So here's a couple other ones that are really interesting. Some woolly mammoths.
You know, what this makes me think too is like video reproduction capabilities for video games, right? Like,
oh yeah.
Is it gonna be? Are we gonna need processing power? I don't know, as much, or will it take some of that load off, especially if it's cloud based or whatever, and just kind of do it and bake it in that way?
So you're
crazy.
You know, you're really touching upon something that's already happening in games, and that's with like RTX, with you know what I mean, AMD FICE or whatever, the FSR or whatever the fuck. What you're talking about is sort of already happening. Like there's AI is doing stuff with graphics in a way to optimize things and make it easier to render. But like, yeah, just look at all these. So like most of the videos that you saw prior to this were ridiculous. A lot of them you see in the Reddit are AI video, which are fun too. But we have to look at this. Let's see here. I think it's this video. Let me pull up this YouTube video, if you don't mind. But the video I'm showing right now is amazing.
Yeah,
This
that
video.
looks really good. I
This
think
one blows my mind, especially.
where it does run into issues when it tries to depict people. I've noticed like that is
Yeah,
seems to be the hardest thing for AI to reproduce.
agreed. There's one with puppies that's pretty interesting. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it, but check this out. So,
Speaking of,
you guys remember this?
Yeah, yeah.
oh yeah,
So, the top video. I mean,
oh god,
the top part.
oh,
So
it's bad.
it was only a year ago. Video generative or AI generated videos look like the top portion. Now the bottom portion isn't an AI video. That's actually Will Smith recreating recreating this, which is actually kind of funnier in a way. But but I do want to just draw attention to the top part of this video. I'm gonna hit play again because look at how far we've come. But just this video in general is hilarious.
Jumping around too. Like what's happening? I'm seriously wrong with that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
His chin like goes off of his face for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then to call back to the fact that AI videos are really good, someone made this video of the. Okay, well that might get us claimed. Someone was like, "What about spaghetti eating Will Smith?" And so this is like a real AI prompt today, which is also incredible.
Oh.
And
Okay.
it's kind of scary, but
Yeah,
I love it.
That's it's a little bit effed up. Spaghetti monster.
Fuck.
So
Oh,
that's
dude.
him getting eaten by AI. But I did see this video literally this morning, and it blew my mind. And I need you guys to watch this as well. So I need you to hear it. So I'm gonna swap the stream to this window so you can hear it. Here we go. All right, so just take a listen to this really quick, everyone. Nice. And the best part is the stream couldn't hear it. But hey, what happened there, and I'll edit in the audio myself later, is now this stuff can lip sync. So if you're playing like an audio file, essentially it'll lip sync the AI talking as well, which is really interesting. So, I mean, theoretically now that means that with multiple AI tools, you can have it generate the video, generate the sound, and then also have them lip syncing to the audio as well. So we're really coming a long way with all this stuff.
Kind of scary.
Yes,
Yeah,
that is
that's
the
what I
correct response. That is the
Scary stuff.
correct response.
Oh, and our gauge
Hello.
is also scary. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like him. I feel like he's gonna move any.
I kind of hope he does.
So there you go. Yeah, that's my little presentation on interesting stuff like deepfakes, Sora, generative audio video. It's gonna just keep getting worse. It's gonna be harder and harder to tell what's real and what's not. And we have to kind of figure out how to suss that out, especially when it comes to like legal issues, or at least like legal in a legal sense. We need to figure out how to deal with that type of stuff. Because
And
how are you?
ethical sense too. Like
Yeah.
I mean, you just think
I don't
about
know.
it, like, you can ruin someone's life pretty fucking easily
Mhm.
with some of this stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Totally.
what
Well,
the fuck are we gonna do?
You
about
could
it?
make
That's
it seem like
You-
someone was doing a crime and be like, "That's video evidence." Well, is it video evidence or is it not? Or what if it really is evidence? And now you could try to draw or cast doubt on real
and
evidence as
say
well.
that it's, yeah, exactly.
You know.
pretty
Goes both
wild.
ways.
So I was
We
also
need
gonna bring up.
safeguards.
Yeah, we do. I was gonna bring up AI art examples too, but y'all have already seen that. You know what I mean? And we have a fun game that we'll set up for the next episode where we talk about AI, or we essentially it'll be guess the prompts, and I'll just
Yeah.
leave it there. We'll set
I
that
do
up
think
next week.
the conversation just kind of got away from us, but I do think that we kind of touched all our bases here, and like ultimately, I do think it's very scary. Where it is now is more than just the Sora and things like that, and we rely pretty heavily, I would say, on AI day-to-day stuff even now. So,
Yep.
Yeah,
yeah, it's been an awesome conversation.
totally. Yeah.
But I think that might wrap it up. We can get to endorsements before we go,
Mhm.
and then we'll let y'all leave in peace.
Steven,
Jacob.
you're first on the
Oh,
list.
I'm first. I'm
on
first.
the
Okay.
you're first on the run a show, man. You're gonna have to do it.
Yeah. Said earlier in the show. If you're still here, by the way, thank you for watching all the way. Appreciate you so much. I do think it's so many things to go over in that topics, but yeah, this is arepas, which is what we were talking about. Venezuelan cuisine. Now I'm not sure how authentic it is. I research into the stuff. I would imagine it. I would hope it's close. So, very good, very good food. Mall prices. Give it a shot. I think they have multiple locations. It might just be a Utah-based thing. So,
Ooh.
if you're here and you're
It-
looking
it-
for some good food, so
Looks pretty good. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
it
lie.
sure does.
it is pretty good. Yeah, what I got
Pretty good.
was very, very juicy, and like the structural integrity of it did not hold very well. But it was delicious. That's my endorsement. Jacob, what do you think? What's yours?
My endorsement is more of a concept. So, I just had fun researching AI this week. So, research something. Go out there. You know, if you're interested in something, just read about it, dude. You like one of the episodes we did for Odd Valley Tavern was about shoes. That was fun researching about that. You know, kind of learning about the different shoes throughout the years and how they forced poor Chinese women to shove their toes into like tiny little shoes so it would malform and weird shit like that.
That's because it was hot.
It's so,
So
hot.
hot.
Or even just with AI. I mean, like we learned a lot about interesting tools I didn't even know existed. You know, so
Yeah.
get out there and read about. You know, it doesn't have to just be fiction books. You know what I mean? Like learn about the moon. You know what I mean? I don't know.
You may or may not be better for it.
It's a good
True.
topic. It's
Could
pretty awesome.
could make you hate everything to research like true crime stuff and stuff, but even that's interesting.
You know.
Yeah.
We don't worry about that. Miguel.
All right. It's gonna kind of be a shameless self-endorsement for MPD in general at this point, but the order form tree. So if you want a sticker, go to the link tree, click it, fill it out.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sweet. I think you faded out for a split second there, but did you say the order form's on the link
The
tree?
order form for the stickers is on the link tree.
Hell yeah.
You should be able to pull it up.
Nice.
Now,
Yep.
I think that's going to do it for Neon Pocket Dimension this week.
Woo.
Absolutely lovely conversation. It was a longer one, but I do think there was a lot of really cool back and forth. For all of you guys for tuning in, especially if you're still watching. And if you're watching on twitch.tv/Neon Pocket Dimension, make sure to subscribe, get those cool emotes, and then you don't have ads. Kind of a win-win. And you're supporting us, supporting the dream, that kind of stuff. If you're watching on youtube.com/Neon Dimension, at Neon Pocket Dimension, please give us a like, comment. All of it helps. Feeds back into, driving us and making sure it reaches all the can. So, then obviously, I put out a lot of shorts. We had that big push to get the two new channels. Neon Gaming Dimension now, all the video game stuff has, we're releasing archive content for games. I think we have 5-minute games still come for that as well. So every other day you should have almost every day you should be having something for quite a while on these. There's so much content on both those channels now. and we're just gonna keep doing more, keep trucking. So we're gonna have that mix of old and new. So just kind of keep an eye out for that. Yeah, that's Neon Gaming Dimension, and of course, this show on its own channel, Neon Pocket Dimension, and Odd Valley Tavern, which is the drinking podcast that Miguel and Jacob are frequently on with Joy, and
That one is
I
good.
always have a great time. So
Next month to anticipate this, we're gonna have our all day St. Patrick's Day stream.
It's an extravaganza.
Yeah, oh, it's
Oh,
epic. Miguel, we got to start planning that with Joy.
Yeah, we will.
We'll see if the boys want to get in on that action too.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out, but definitely that's when we'll have our next Odd Valley Tavern episode. Is that day in particular? I think we're gonna play a lot of drinking games this time around.
oh, you think you're gonna drink this time?
I may need to ask for the day off.
Yeah, you might want to have the next day off.
Oh, yeah. That's for sure. But that's just because it's so much fun on Odd Valley Tavern, which all of you should listen to. Crack open a drink. And
a lot of episodes.
It really is. It really is just a fun time. Just turn off your brain and go with it. You know.
That's how we do
and
it.
sometimes it's not turn off your brain because you're looking into like crazy stuff too, conspiracy theory stuff like UFOs.
The topics are interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, we always try
so
to come up
from-
with something interesting.
Just like this show, Neon Pocket Dimension.
Hell yeah.
Catch it on anywhere you want to do it. It's been an awesome time. So, from all of us here at MPD, thanks for joining us in this dimension. And we'll see you back in yours. Catch you on the flip side.
Catch you on the flip flop.
Bye, me.
Flippity floppity.
Oh, yeah, dude.